And what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is SnakeMCGaming, and you know, it's been a long time since this series has been around, but I thought I'd bring it back, and yep, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's modding time. Yeah, buddy. Alright, so if for those of you who don't know, It's Modding Time is basically a series where I review mods on Minecraft. I might have accidentally shown you a sneak peek at the mod that I was gonna do, but you know, yeah, YOLO. So basically, Forge has finally updated to Minecraft 1.8. So I'm finally able to do some mod reviews. Let's go ahead and increase the, oh, that's the wrong one, the render distance back. Let's go to 8. Anyway, so I'm finally able to do some mod reviews like I've been wanting to do. So today I thought I would review one of my favorite mods, and that is the Too Many Items mod. This mod is absolutely fantastico. And so basically what it is this is a mod that its core purpose basically is like having a creative menu all the time. You can get every single block in the game, including blocks that actually aren't part of a creative menu, like for example an ocelot spawner. And if you how does that work? Okay, yeah, and when you hover over it gives you hints too, which is cool. Click it once with a normal click, it gives you a stack. Just click it with a right click, it gives you this, and then shift click adds it to my items, which I will show you in a moment. Basically what this does is you can actually get these spawners and then you can place them down in your world. So it's excellent for look, here's an iron golem spawner. Look, it spawned 3 of them. Oh my. But it's excellent for like, you know, if you like building mini maps or something of that nature. This definitely helps with that. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and go to GMC. Oh, that's not how that works. Game mode C for now. So we can boom and boom, let these iron golems just sort of wander around. Who cares? Oh. Let me go ahead and time set day. There we go. Alright. So anyway. So that's cool. You can do mob spawners, and it essentially has any items in the game. And if you see here, this is going to be for a mod that review that I'm doing in the future. But it even includes items from mods. Like if you have a mod installed through Forge or whatever that adds items to the game, it'll be in your Too Many Items list. And if you take the mod out, it will take it out as well. So that's pretty cool. It does it automatically. You even can get, see, some of these items weren't here before. You can even get this barrier block, which anybody who's ever used it knows it's basically, it looks like that, and then after you stop holding it, eventually it'll fade away and become what looks like a normal block, and it looks like millionaire. So a lot of people use it for like adventure map making, where they want to make invisible barriers and such. It's really very interesting. And then of course if you hold it again, it pops it back up like that. It's pretty neat. I don't know why it's still there. It's not supposed to be, but alright, so that's really cool. So let's go ahead and let's talk about some of the other things that it can do, that this mod can do, other than, you know, just having just every block ever in the game ever, pretty much. I mean, things that you can't even get a hold of. Let me see if there's other things that you can't really get a hold of in game. Command blocks, obviously, although you can, I mean, things that you normally like sometimes have to spawn in, like a command block, or I think the barrier block even, you can actually just bring it in. You can spawn in your very own dragon egg, which is really cool. What else? They used to have the ender portal, and even the ender portal frame. It looks like that may have been taken out, because I do not see it, although I could just be overlooking it, but I'm pretty sure it looks like it was taken out because I don't think you can build yourself an ender portal anymore. And obviously, of course, it coincides with whatever texture pack you're using as well. And this is for anybody who's ever used TMI before. You know, there used to be stuff over on this side where my character's facing, but now it's all on this side over here, making it look just kind of slick and clean, and it's got a nice new type of functioning and just a nice new form of just texturing in general, and I really like it. Alright, so these are your basic items, and you can even search for items like, say I want pumpkin, and it does it just like the search mode in creative. Alright, so another cool thing is this My Items menu. So basically what that does is, especially if you're a builder or something, for example, and there's a block you know you want to use, but let's say you have all of your inventory full of stuff. Well, you can add, say, bedrock. Click and add, and that adds it here. So and then so like whenever you're using it, you can just run around and, you know, your items are full. And, oh, you need to get a bedrock? Go ahead and click that. Boom, 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 boom. You got yourself some bedrock, and it replaces it. And then you can just put all the items that you're using to build in here. And then of course you should click to remove. And you can just have a whole inventory of stuff here to grab from, so it has a much bigger holding space than, say, just like if you're using creative and don't use this part of the menu while you're building. You can just use this bar, or if you're in survival, for example, and you want to, I mean, it is kind of a cheat if you do that, but you can always turn it off also by pressing O. It takes it away, and so you don't even know that it's there. You can't use it, it's not accessible until you press O again, and it brings it back. Alright, moving on. Let's go ahead and look at the saves portion. Alright, so, for example, let's say there's a kit that you like to run with. Let's say you have, like, a pickaxe, an iron sword, and some chain armor. Alright? So, I have this. This is my pickaxe, my iron sword, my chain armor. And that's what I'm wearing right now. You go over here, and you click on the save button. Boom. And that saves it. So if, for example, you get rid of all your items, either on accident or, you know, you just need to for the time being, you can always come over here, click load, and it takes away everything in your inventory and puts that kit that you saved in there. So it's really also another cool thing you can use, whether you're a builder or, you know, you just want to use it as a survival thing. It looks like it can definitely be used to dupe items. For example, if I toss them on the ground and then click load, I get all of those items back again. So it's definitely, like, if you're okay with the whole not you know, getting all your stuff available and blah 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 like that, or if you don't mind playing, you know, single player Minecraft with a little bit of added cheating, you know, if you want, then, you know, that's on you. It's your own personal preference. I never tell anybody how to play this game. It's their game. They can choose to play it however they want. But that's really, really cool. And then if you want to get rid of that loadout, because you have 7 maximum, you can always just press this X, it erases it, and it's all empty slots. And the cool thing is like, say you have a PvP kit, you can come up here and rename it PvP. And then click OK, and it saves it to PvP, and then you put your items in there, click save, and then click load, and it loads it, and boom, you're done. And then of course you can always rename it back to the standard one, and it always is going to have that word save, and because it's save it or then load it. Alright, let's go ahead and move back to the controls. Now this is really cool. I'm in creative mode right now, so it says creative mode selected, but you can hop into survival mode. And we are in survival mode. And I'm going to stay in survival mode for a second because there are a few things that you can do. You can actually turn your cheats on and off, so you can, you know, to type in the commands. You can actually change it to where if you die, you get to keep your items. So for example, let's say, boom, 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 boom. I have all of this. I wanted to find like a bucket of lava or something, which is what I think I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and lava. All right. Give me the lava. Why is it not giving me the lava? It's being really weird. Oops, I didn't even mean to do that. I must have been shift clicking when I did that. Alright, so it looks like the search function is a little bit broken for some reason. You can't click on anything you're searching, so that's definitely something that they need to fix, but I'm fairly certain that the update to 1.8 is new. So let's go ahead and see if we can, here we go, here's a bucket of lava, excellent. Alright, so I'm gonna burn myself alive here. Boom, dead, and then when I respawn, I still have all of the items saved for the lava, of course, that I had before. Which is actually, I think, really cool. Let's see, another thing is let's see if you can actually turn the rain or the snow on or off. So I can turn it on, and it's raining. Yes, rain, 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 rain. I love the rain, rain, rain. Alright, then you can actually turn it off. Turn it off, there we go. Or let's go ahead and turn it back on, but then click prevent rain, and it goes away. So you can actually keep it from raining permanently, which is pretty cool. And that way you don't have to mess with any of your Minecraft settings, because if you're on default Minecraft without Optifine, I don't think there is an option to turn weather off completely. So we're going to keep that off for now. Another cool thing is you can change it to sunrise, change the time of day to noon, or to moonrise, or to midnight, which is pretty awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and burn myself here real quick to showcase. Let me do it again. Oh. Alright, so we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna hop in the water. Ah, nice. And then if we're gonna go over here, we're gonna go ahead and put it back to sunrise real quick, and then you can fill your hunger and your like that. Like I said, this is definitely really, really cheaty. And then of course you could turn this on, and what that does is you can have an infinite stack, which actually, let me say something there, didn't I? Yeah, an infinite stack. I actually don't know how to get, to be perfectly honest with you, but you're supposed to be able to have an infinite stack of something, and what would happen is it pops up as actually, let me go ahead and let me use this. I can't actually place this down. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, see, it used to do 1 1 1 1 1, but now it does 64, and it just looks like a stack of something, but when you place it down, obviously it just regenerates that block, which I think is pretty cool too. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna pop on into. What's cool is you can go into adventure mode, where you can't break anything that's not with a specified tool. You can also go into spectator mode, which is really interesting. It gives you free reign. You can fly around. You can do this. Anybody who plays MCSG, you can't interfere with anything. This is the mode that they use for if you die and go into spectator mode. Of course, they have some added on plugins and stuff, but I think it's really cool. And then of course you can do survival mode. And I think if you turn your cheats off, you can't. Oh, I guess you can use. Okay, you can still use these cheats, but you can't do the commands. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pop back into creative mode because it makes things so much easier to do while doing a mod showcase. And this video is actually going on a little longer, but I saved the best for last because I think the coolest part of this mod is most definitely coming up. Alright, if we go to custom here, you can do all sorts of interesting things. For example, if you want a potions effect, you come over here, you go to a potion, you determine whether you want a mundane potion, or a regular potion, or a splash potion. I want a splash potion. So, I'm sorry. You have to make it over here first. So, it looks like you can name it too, but let's see, Snake's Potion. Oop. I don't know why I did that. Potion of awesome sauce. Alright, so let's say I wanted to do speed 25, haste 20, or you can do mining fatigue, strength 20, jump boost 20, just for example, and then you come up here, and as you can see, it is going to be giving you all of those different attributes. You can even determine how long it lasts for. Let's say I want it to last for, and you have to do it in seconds, so let's say I want it to last for 90 seconds. It'll last for 1.5 minutes, and then you just, boom, pop that potion in, and you click it once for that one, or you click this one if you want a drinkable potion. But I want to use a splash one, and you just splash it on you, and look, I got insane speed and insane jump boost, and it's going for 1:30 minutes, as you can see. But the cool thing is with too many items, is if you just screwing around with it and you found a potion effect you actually don't want, pop back on over to the controls and click remove potion effects. You don't have to bother taking any milk. You can do the same thing if you're, just a potion that you make actually in game, which is pretty cool. So yeah, making potions is 10 times easier. Enchanting, for right now, for its current update, the only item that you can enchant is a pickaxe. But you can enchant it with whatever you want. So let's say I want efficiency 50, fortune 50, silk touch. I mean, that doesn't really matter, just go to 1 because you don't really need anything, and unbreaking 50. Well, that pickaxe will then enter my inventory. And if we, let's see, let's go ahead and put me on survival mode, pop on in here, and let's get some ore. Let's go ahead and get some diamonds. We can stack over here, and I'm gonna just gonna build up and basically show you what it looks like as we drill down, because it's gonna be really super duper fast. Alright, and then we just drill through, but since we have silk touch, it doesn't work, so I completely forgot about that. Although I have more. Oh, it's because I think I have infinite stacks on. Okay, so definitely if you're going to enchant something and you want it to have fortune, don't put silk touch on it. So we're going to go ahead and make a pickaxe without silk touch, just to see the effect of having frickin' fortune 50 on a pickaxe. Look at that. So many stacks of diamonds. Once again, it's definitely another way you could cheat. But, if it makes your game funner for you, then, by all means, who am I to ruin that fun? Okay, so let's go ahead. We go ahead and take a look at the fireworks menu. This one's real cool. You can literally make any firework you want. You can even make the firework charge, or only the firework star, or you can make the entire firework itself. So let's call it Sparkle. How do you spell sparkle? Sparkle Monster. I don't know.
Microphone activated.
Oh, forget that. I was pressing buttons in TeamSpeak. Sparkle Mons. How about that? So then we choose the color we want. We want this color, and then we want it to fade. No. I like green. So we want this light green. Hey, it looks like you can mix colors, which is really cool. Hey, you can literally change it or mix colors if you want. So we'll have this green, and then we'll have it fade with just the dark green. And then we choose what we want it to be. A flicker. Oh no, we want it to flicker. We want to do that. We want it to have a trail. We want it to fly. I think this is how high it flies. And then we just press it, and it gives you that item. And then, boom. So if we follow it up, boom. Actually looks like it might mix all of those colors. Okay, let's go ahead and test it down with just Blight 1, just so we can test it out. And let's just press all of the colors. Well, why not? Boom, 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 boom. And then fade it with all the colors. Just to see what happens. I think this one actually mixes the colors, and I think this one is just a fade. But we'll see what happens. Whoops. Boom. It actually does have the name that you gave it. Sparkle Mons. Oh yeah, it definitely, okay, so it definitely just shows like that's all the different colors that you can have. That is so freaking cool. This is my favorite part because I love fireworks, so. The only thing that I wish that it did which I'm assuming they are where. See, then you can turn this into your own firework if you wanted to. The only thing that I wish that they did, that I'm assuming or hoping that they do that they do in the next update for TMI, is make it so you can have the different shapes as well, like the creeper and the and stuff like that. Because right now all you have is a ball and a flicker, a small ball and a flicker. So I'm assuming they might add some more. All right, moving on. This right here is probably particularly my favorite. Signs with text. So basically, here's a sign, and you know how signs all have all 4 lines. Well, you can type in "Hello, my name," and then tab over, "is Josh," like that. Click it. It'll give you 16, a whole stack, or you can right-click it to get it once, and then you can even add it to my items. And then it even says sign with text, and you place it down, and boom, it automatically has that sign written for you. So if you're building something that requires a lot of the same sign, you can definitely do it. If a server allows for too many items, you can definitely have this whole thing work for you rather well. So I think that's pretty cool. I do think that a lot of servers, sadly, it doesn't delete it on its own. You do have to come in here and delete it yourself, but it's not that difficult. But anyway, I just did something with my fraps, and I hope it didn't stop recording, but I guess we'll figure it out. But anyway, I think I just moved my FPS overlay. Anyway, so, which you guys can't see. But anyway, that's a pretty cool thing. I imagine if you can do this on a prison server that lets you make your own shop, then it's a quicker way to do that, although it is kind of cheating by getting the sign resources, so I definitely don't recommend it if your server has really strict rules. This one's just a nice little neat feature. If you know color codes, because it's not the color codes that are in Minecraft, it's definitely a very specific kind of color code, but if you know like the actual coding for colors, you can get dye special, you can get dyed armor like this, and then let's boom, 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 and I'm wearing all blue. And I look beautiful. Thank you. Alright. But yeah, that's just a kind of neat little thing. Let's see, player heads. I wonder if you can get anybody's head. Let's do something. Let's do Sky. No. Bayesian Canadian. Alright, it's definitely still Steve. Alright, how about I do me? SnakeMCGaming. And then click the head, and yep, that's my head, alright. It doesn't show it here, it doesn't show it in your hand, but when you place it, it definitely is your head. So let's go ahead and see here if Bayesian Canadian actually works. Boom, and it does. There's the Bayesian Canadian. You can literally get anybody's head that you want. Woody's gamer tag. See, for some reason when you type in here and you're in creative mode and it gets to a certain point, I'm assuming this is Woody's gamer tag's head, but here, what's another famous YouTuber? Let's do Sky Does Minecraft, although I don't think that's his Minecraft account. Yeah, it's definitely... Oh, there's a ravine here. It's definitely not his, I think it's actually, Sky the Kid RS. And then, boom, let's see if caps matter. Alright, if that's Sky's new skin, then I don't think caps, matter, but we'll go ahead and double check with my player head again. So let's just do my whole name, SnakeMCGaming, in all lowercase, and see if it makes a difference. Nope, it doesn't. So it is not case sensitive, which is pretty awesome. So basically, if you want to decorate with player heads, or like I said, if you're doing an adventure map, because this is what I would use too many items for the most, is adventure map making. I just realized it's not doing the sound when I break the blocks, and it's probably because I have that off because I stand AFK sometimes on my server at my sugarcane farm, and the water above me is really annoying, so you turn that off, it stops the water sound from flowing. Anyway, so like if you want to build something or other, I suppose that would make it, and you need mob heads for it, or player heads for it, that would make it interesting. What if you tried to do a mob head here? Okay. Does it work for all the mobs? Enderman. Okay, so it definitely doesn't work for all the mobs. I think this just so happens that there's somebody on Minecraft with the name of Creeper. Alright, so here we go with the note blocks. This is pretty cool. It actually shows you every single chord that specific note plays, and you can get that note block. Whoops. And it'll play that specific chord. Now, I think that for this, it's only piano. Like, if you put, like a stone underneath it or something. Oh, it will change it. Which I think is a really pretty awesome thing. It changes the notes and all of that, so you can just kind of make, if you like to make songs in Minecraft, boom, there's what to do it. And then a final thing, flower pots. You can literally do any of them you want, and it says flower pot in here, and then boom, cactus in a flower pot, a dead bush, some poppies, some blue orchid, and allium. So I think that's pretty cool. You can just kind of, it's just a few awesome added features for anybody who didn't know what was in Too Many Items. Alright, now, one thing to note is I have the Forge version, but there is a version...
Hey, wake up!
Oh, I just got poked. Ignore that. There is a version of this mod that, you can use without using Forge. If you don't know how to use Forge, if you think Forge is too much of a hassle, or it just doesn't work for you, there is a way to do it without having to use Forge for it. And I might make a video showing people how to install it without Forge. You install it with Forge is fairly easy, but without Forge, might not be nearly as easy. Alright, but that is it, guys and gals, for this modding time video. I had fun. I love explaining new mods, and I know sometimes I can go on for quite a while about it. We've been going for nearly half an hour, but it's a super fun mod
Buddy
to
joined
play.
your channel.
And
you just got interrupted, M8.
Oh my goodness, everyone say hi to Danny.
Hello.
She just decided to invade my video, which is kind of awesome. I was literally just about to end it.
Oh, I'm just in time.
Yeah, you are. I was just doing a Too Many Items mod video that you decided to gate crash, but that's cool. Anyway, guys, so that's been Too Many Items, and surprise visit from our good pal Danny.
Yeah.
She's the one who poked me, and I was just gonna wait until I was done since I was wrapping it up. But yeah, guys, I definitely suggest you download this mod. Especially if you're a builder inside Minecraft, because it's totally, definitely helps make life just 10 billion times easier if you're a builder in Minecraft. You can, especially if you're a map builder, even if you do have creative mode while you're building, like, yeah, creative mode has come a long way, but Too Many Items is always a few steps ahead. I mean, you have mob spawners and stuff at your free reign, so it definitely helps. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. I'm SnakeMCGaming. She's Danny Sweet. Well, I guess it's not Danny Sweet anymore, but she's Danny. And, yeah.
I don't like cucumbers.
Yeah, she doesn't like cucumbers. And, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.